Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Lakers are the top trending topic. The Lakers lost another game last night, so they're now 0-2 in the playoffs, and LeBron is blaming everybody but
LeBron.
Which is sort of his MO.
LeDum.
Yeah, wait, what is today? Wednesday? They lost Monday night. It was Monday night.
Monday night last night? Okay. So now they're 0-2?
They're 0-2.
Give me the update. What's the basketball?
They're down 0-2.
So what are they trending for?
I guess because they're complaining. I don't know. They all acted like jerks after they lost. Like
really?
They asked Anthony Davis, their center, about them losing in the post-game press conference. Jamal Murray hit a shot right in his face. And they said, "What? Can you take us through that last shot?" And he goes, "Jamal Murray made a shot." Then he throws the microphone down and got up and walked off. And people are calling LeBron a punk because he's complaining about a lot of professional basketball players, old pros, have come out and gone, you were ahead by 20 points.
Right.
You didn't lose because one call didn't get made. You had a 20-point lead and blew it. Calm down.
Take a little bit of the blame, maybe?
Yeah, just say like, hey, I didn't step up. LeBron missed a three with like 20 seconds left that would have won the game. Oh, well, hey, guess what? You blew a 20-point lead and you missed a shot with 20 seconds left. It's on you, Bron.
Yeah, and I still refuse to watch the NBA until they fix their lack of diversity problem.
Yeah. One of the really fun things that I like about it is the number of people that point out Jordan wouldn't have complained. It's just people like, you never heard Jordan complain like this.
He doesn't. He never did that.
Wait, hold on a minute. You mean Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Jordan.
Just saying, so the listeners know.
Right.
Wasn't Michael Jordan kind of a jerk, though?
Yeah.
On the court?
But I don't think he was a complainer.
And off the court.
Not a complainer.
He wasn't a complainer.
He was hard on teammates.
Yeah.
Just wanting them to be better.
Yeah.
I get that. Kanye is trending this morning because there's a story out that he's trying to start his own adult film company. And his rep is talking openly to TMZ and Page Six, saying, he seems pretty dead set on it.
So is he against, did he turn away from all of the religious stuff? Because, for a while, that's all he was about was God and having church services and all of that.
Unless he thinks those two things can sort of coexist in a way. I don't really know his religious beliefs. All I know is that he's put out an album called Jesus is King, and he's been, quote unquote, turning to the Lord, starting his own church. Mm-hmm. So if he, in his mind, thinks those things can go together, who's to stop him? He can do anything. But
that's a wild story, though.
Kind of weird, right?
Very weird.
I just hope we don't have to see him in any of them. A lot of the times, like in the '80s, when those people became big producers, like that Ron Jeremy, then he always made sure that he was in a bunch of the movies that he produced.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Kanye go into that CD world.
Absolutely not. And this may be appealing to Ace or maybe Ace and TJ. Today is National Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Yes.
And I know for a long time Ace has talked about his love of pigs in a blanket.
What's wrong with that? You get a delicious croissant, a little hot dog weenie in there, or some sausages, whatever you want to do. It's great.
Yeah. In the description of the holiday, it says a pig in a blanket could be a croissant wrapped around a cocktail weenie or a pancake with a sausage in it.
Yeah, I'm not
it's
a
a
big fan
breakfast
of
pig in the blanket.
I guess
a pancake wrapped in a sausage link, wrapped up over a sausage link and dipped in syrup.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. That sounds pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah, I think of the croissant with the that delicious weenie. Anyway, I learned something interesting from my dad yesterday. I'll tell you next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and he's ready to save you some money, get you some money with an instant equity line of credit. How does that work, Richard?
Best product ever. We take a little bit of your information. We find out if you get an offer or not. If you get an offer, you can decide what you want to do. Get your money 4 days later. Pay off credit cards. Do home improvements.
I've done it. It's super simple. And again, start to finish, 4 days, you get your money. HomeWithRichard.com is where you get the process started. It's HomeWithRichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
This show is sponsored by Richard Toccato from Richard Toccato. He's the main man.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's the guy.
That's why it's called the Richard Toccato Companies.
The company existed first, so what a coincidence. I mean, it's the only career choice that he had.
Yeah.
He was like, wow, there's this company out there. I guess I need to learn the mortgage business since it's got my name on it.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit. So if you're looking to buy a home, refinance, or even open a home equity line, all it takes is one short phone call with Richard. Don't worry, it's free. Or you could visit homewithrichard.com. He'll hook you up. He's awesome. You're going to love him. So yesterday I found out something crazy. So I told you a couple weeks ago that my dad bought what he called his last driver, because he's that's pretty morbid. He was like, you know what, I realized this is going to be my last driver. I went, oh yeah, that's a weird way to think about it.
66 years old. Slow down, Dad.
I guess. I mean, it's so depressing. But he lives in this 55 and up community where all these old guys play golf almost every day. That's their big activity. And he plays in weekly tournaments where they play for real money. Not a lot of money, but some money. It has gotten so competitive to get tee times at the golf course that they live on that he and like 30 other guys once a week go into the clubhouse and they all have the same watch. They've all purchased this little cheapo Casio watch. They sync their watches with the clock in the clubhouse. Now, why would they do that? Because to get a tee time, they open tee times or tee time requests at like 7 a.m. on Saturday or something, or Sunday. So when their watches hit 6:59 and 55 seconds, they make the phone call to the clubhouse, because the clubhouse will give you tee times based on voicemails as in order that they come in. And he's explaining to me like this is a normal thing. He goes, yeah, so we all bought the same kind of watch so that we could go up there and then sync the watches with the clock in the clubhouse, so that we'll call at 6:59:55. So at 7 o'clock, right when it hits, our messages will go through to their answering machine box. You gotta be kidding.
You know what? That's like an old school radio contest winner, professional winner. Yeah. Just know exactly when to dial, how long it'll take you to be caller 10 or whatever. So that's great. I think that's very smart. So they can all get a message in there. And if, it's like, I want this, I want that. And so the first 4 or 5 messages are from his group of people.
Exactly.
His friends.
Yeah. All 30 of them call at exactly 6:59:55, and it just stacks their voicemail messages, and that's the order that their requests are taken.
Yes. Or else you won't get in for like the week.
Hang on. They can't do this online?
That's what I said. I was like, you don't just book it through like their website. And he looked at me like I had he was talking to me like I had 2 heads, like just long silence.
What?
Yeah. So they have to phone him in, and it goes to, and he's called it an answering machine. Yeah. And I don't doubt that they probably do have an answering machine. I mean, it was just crazy. So, I don't know. That's his life now. Isn't that weird?
They all bought the same watch. Meet at the clubhouse to sync them up.
A cheap Casio watch. I mean, unreal.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. What are you fed up with in your life? We'll find out next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation, to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation?
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's NEOGENIX. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
How is Amanda dealing with life as a mother now? Has she made that transition pretty smoothly?
Yeah, for the most part.
No major tumult?
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Yeah, she handles it pretty well. But from time to time, she gets very stressed out. And sometimes she doesn't just take a minute to go, I got this. Hang on a second.
Is there anything that she's already over being a mother about? Like, is she over, I don't know, like blowout diapers? Like, I can't do one more of those things.
No, I think the main thing that she's over is lately with the teething, all his sleeping pattern has gotten kind of, which happens around 9 months. So it'll be like 3 great nights, a couple really bad nights. 3 great nights, a couple really bad nights. And that's kind of been the case for about the past, a couple weeks. She doesn't need that.
Yeah, right. Are you over it yet?
No, it's okay. It's no big deal.
Smooth as silk.
I'm over the whole thing.
Life?
Just all of it.
Life in general?
Yeah. Waking up.
Every day.
Every day.
I gotta wake up.
Every day.
That's good. So what are you fed up with as a mom? My mom never said like, you guys were too much at this point or this age. I think we were kind of, for the most part, good kids. We didn't ever put my parents through a lot of trauma or whatever you call it. And we didn't give them a lot of problems. Yeah. What are you over with as a mother? Mother's Day is right around the corner. We've got this amazing signature experience spa package from the Hyatt Centric that we're giving away. So moms are on our minds, specifically right now. So calling all moms, what are you fed up with? Are you tired of your kids asking you to make them Amazon orders? Can you order this for me? That's a big one. I really feel for parents that have to negotiate screen time limits with their kids. I can't imagine how frustrating that must be. I told you can have it for an hour. This isn't like a barter system. I've told you, yet they come back. Can I have it for, I get it. So what is it for you?
I think moms that have to do a lot of running, as far like if you have 2 kids close to the same age, neither one of them can drive, and they're both involved in activities, and it feels like you spend all of your afternoons going, I got to go do this, drop this one off, then run this one over here, then go back and get this one, then go back and get the other one, and somewhere in there, there's got to be a meal or.
Yeah, it's like a shuttle service.
Yeah, that can be overwhelming.
Kids. Yeah, so I get it. So you can, at the Ace TJ Show on social media, if you've got a great one, what are you just fed up with? You could be anonymous if you want to on social media at the Ace TJ Show. We'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move it. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. We have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
What are you fed up with? Moms, what are you fed up with? We'll get to that in just a second, but first, don't miss the Ace and Friends radio show every day at 3 p.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ family app. You got a paranormal Piper from Pineville on today?
Lined up and ready to go.
Wonderful. So stream that, download it as a podcast later. You can do it all on the Ace and TJ family app. Find it in your app store or at acetj.com/app. So moms, what are you just fed up with? We got a lot of answers on this at the Ace TJ show. If you've got one, great. Dina said, I'm fed up with parents not parenting and me defending my parenting choices because their lack of parenting choices. I'm a mom and a teacher, and I see it every day, all day. The negative repercussions of parents not doing basic parenting is ruining our children. Fed up. Love it.
Ruining them.
Raquela said, for the love of God, just turn off the lights when you leave the room. No explanation necessary. I might be guilty of that. I don't even think about turning off the lights or the fans, any of that.
That's a big one with my wife. Like, too big. Like almost calling me during work to say, you left the pantry light on when you left this morning. It's almost come to that.
Really?
I go, okay, well, I'm on my way home. I'll turn it off. I'll leave work and come turn it off, and then, sorry about that.
What did she want you to do to rectify the issue? She just wanted to tell you screwed up?
Well, she hasn't literally done that, but it's close to doing it. Like, as soon as I walk in after I've been, you left that on this morning, that light on this morning. Like, oh, well, then what did you do?
Oh, God. Are you okay?
It's not quite the same as leaving the door unlocked or something.
Right.
She wants you to be mindful.
But she's the same way as the children, and we don't use the term mindful in our house, Rob.
I know. That's why I said it.
Tanya said, I have teens, so I'm fed up with everything. The lip gloss, the hair gel, and especially Takis.
Takis was in all caps.
Yeah, those, like Fritos, if you've never had them, they're real good. Spicy Fritos.
There's one here. Allison said, finding my bowls, silverware, cups, etc. in their rooms. For the love of God, stop leaving dirty dishes in your room. Teenagers.
Yeah, I was bad about that. You could collect the cups, not bowls and plates, but definitely plastic cups, Yeah. 5 or 6.
When my kids were growing up, my daughter would have all this stuff in her room, and I would tell them, I'm coming up there, and I better not find any bowls or anything. So she would collect them all and then go in her little brother's bathroom and just put them in the sink in his bathroom. And so I would go in and be like, okay, looks great, good job. And then about an hour later, he'd come down and go, I got all these bowls in my bathroom.
I'm freaking out. That's good. Now, Sarah, I get it. Sarah said, I'm fed up with just deciding what to make for dinner every night. There was a great TikTok where a guy said, being in a relationship is just deciding what to eat. And then after you've eaten, you're deciding what to have next. And it's just a constant cycle of like, what are we going to eat? It just sounds horrible. So those are great. At the Ace TJ Show, what are you fed up with? We'll give you everything you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Columbia University has extended negotiations with students after they've dismantled this encampment that they had on campus. You know, there's been hundreds of arrests at all these big colleges over the protests, the pro-Gaza, pro-Palestinian protests, I guess is what you would call them. So that's been happening all week. It is like the biggest story in the country right now.
Yeah, you want the real deal, hard-hitting facts about that. There'll be a new TJ's Political show today on the Ace and TJ, what's it called, Plus, ATJ Prime Plus. No holds barred.
The gloves are off.
Yeah.
It's a cage match.
Get signed up today.
So yeah, that is the biggest story in the country right now. But there are some less meaningful things. For example, Kim Kardashian said she's totally over the drama with Taylor Swift. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are. I bet you are. Because Taylor Swift has dismantled you in front of the world, and everyone's applauding for it. But this happened years ago. Kim Kardashian was like, I'm over the feud. But Taylor Swift was like, I'm not. Yeah. So that's kind of the way feuds work. So I believe that Kim Kardashian is ready for it to be over. Makes sense. What else? Today,
somebody said Taylor was just lashing out because Kim's so much prettier than she is.
Really?
I saw that yesterday, yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know. It's just somebody on the social medias. Some of these trollers,
Yeah.
So there's no truth to that, you think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
Somebody
I
on
don't think
social
so.
media named TJ.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Definitely not me.
Yeah.
Today is National Bucket List Day. You guys are not bucket list people, are you?
No.
I'm not either.
Well, that's on my bucket list,
To become a bucket list person?
to make a bucket list.
To make a bucket list. It's a little morbid to me. The Lakers are the top trending topic. Playoffs are going on in the NBA. And everybody's complaining about LeBron's attitude, but I think I'd be kind of cocky at the end of my career, too. I'd probably be a jerk if I had achieved his level of success.
Well, it's not even
I'd probably be a
cocky so
jerk.
much as he's just comes off like a crybaby.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, you had a 20-point lead, and you missed a shot at the end of the game. And you're crying, well, the referees, no, LeBron, that's on you, man. That's on you and your team. You blew it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wah-wah.
Yeah.
He learned that from, what's the guy's name that dresses so silly like a clown, the athlete? Was a football player.
Oh,
Cameron Newton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cameron. So the NBA playoffs are happening now. And that's what's now trending.
We're going to paint a picture in a few minutes that maybe you think, oh, that's very nice. Or it could freak you out a little bit, but you're going to have to use your imagination because we're going to collect a group of people, and that group of people is going to talk about you. What would they say? We'll explain in a second.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We have a message we have to deliver. Stream it. Today is Ace and Friends airs every day at 3 Eastern on the Ace and TJ Family app. And today you are supposed to stream it. Our app has what, Riggins?
A 24/7 stream button.
Yes. So you
Which
can
plays it
stream 24/7. You can stream Ace and Friends 24/7. Just hit the button.
Well, you can stream that part of the 24, but
Yeah. Just It's all there,
Yeah.
24/7 streaming.
We don't need a whole button. It's just streaming you all.
On the Ace and TJ app, it's just streaming Ace and Friends constantly in your face. Or you can hear it when it airs at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But whatever. It's just stream.
Stream.
That's the thing. Stream it on the app, the Ace and TJ family app.
All Ace all the time.
All right, real quick. Mental snapshot. There's a table, and all of your exes are seated at the table. Big table, little table.
Little table.
Little table? TJ, big table, little table?
Does it have to be one or the other? It can't be a medium table?
It can be a medium table.
Medium
Medium-sized table? Okay. Now, here's the question. What do they say about you? As a collective, what are the themes that come out? What do you think your exes, TJ, would say about you?
That I was so handsome and funny and sweet.
Handsome and funny and sweet. Nothing negative. They wouldn't have anything negative.
I don't think so.
Okay. Riggins, all of your exes seated at a small table. What do they say about you?
That's hard to think about.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I hope it's nice. I hope they look back and think like that was a good relationship.
Yeah, because they're different. You're in different stages with different exes. Different exes. Some might have been college, after college, which are different relationships. But are there constants, themes that would run through all of your exes? Like, would they all say he was a kind person? Sometimes he was mean. That what good, bad? What would they say?
I'm trying to think. That's tough.
It is. It's hard to do.
What would the theme be?
But I would venture to guess if you gave it a minute, like TJ had a pretty good idea of what his exes would say about him, even though all those relationships ended somehow, whether they ended poorly or his fault, her fault, whatever. He all thinks they would still think he was a pretty nice person.
Yeah, because I was young, so I was still handsome, and I never did anything bad to anybody. I never hurt anybody's feelings, I don't think.
Yeah.
Except maybe when you broke up with him?
Not really.
Okay. So at the Ace TJ show,
I was even good at that.
if all of your exes were seated at one table, what's the common takeaway? What would they say about you? Good and bad. Good and or bad. We'll get your answers coming up next. Hang on.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue, and never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do the higher end shots.
Now 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, Riggins, did you ever come up with anything? What all of your exes seated at a table, what do they say about you?
He was so good in bed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. Now, I don't know. That's tough to say.
Some of these answers, there's some pretty self-aware people here. Jeffrey said, they would say that I treated them great, but they did not know what love was about. And later they chose badly.
Oh.
Mallory said, I'd hear a whole lot of bad. Chaos probably sums it all up. So apparently she was rather chaotic in her dating life. Georgia said, crazy, but adventurous and very loving. But I have trust issues and it caused problems. And she went on a point, she needs a lot of reassurance in a relationship, and sometimes that can be overwhelming to people.
You think?
Mandy said they would say that I'm psycho. but they would never admit that they made me crazy with their antics.
You're making me crazy.
Carolyn, break up and then I'm devastated. LOL.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Way too hard, way too soon.
You just fall right in love?
They have a term for it now. It's called love bombing, but they use it typically in a way that's like malicious, like you're just trying to win somebody over so you can screw them over. But mine was genuine. I just like go head over heels like really quickly, and then
lose interest.
Did you ever?
or they're like, no thanks.
Did you ever go head over heels for someone, and then like a week later they were like, oh, okay, I'm not that interested in having a relationship?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I'd say that happens most of the time when you do that.
Really?
But it wasn't that you went head over heels and then a few days later got, you know what, I'm bored now.
No, I wish it was like that.
Yeah.
That would be so nice to just like get over it like
It
that.
would just be like I'm head over heels, and then they would say, I'm bored. I don't want this. And
yeah, that's typically what happens.
All of your exes seated at a table. What would they say? Angela said that I'm crazy as hell, but I'm also fun as hell. Maureen, they would say that I bailed on them for no good reason. Awkward because they were nice guys, and they were right. She said eventually she found a good guy and changed her perspective on things, but she would just bail out of a relationship for no reason at all.
Would your ex Ace say, when are you going to come back and help my son learn how to ride that bike?
Why'd you leave my kids hanging?
A, we weren't even in a relationship enough to call it an ex. We weren't like officially dating or anything. And B, I did not teach those kids how to ride that bike.
He never learned how to play.
TJ has told that story for years. That is not true. I never taught that kid how to ride that bike.
But you never walked out of her bedroom and said good morning to the children? I would call that a relationship.
I would do. That's good.
I don't really know how to answer that.
Hey, good morning, kids.
Good morning, children.
Hey, how about we eat a nice breakfast and go out there and tackle that bike, sport? Come on, champ.
Horrible. That is horrible. No, that did not happen.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi. And let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have, I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Again, for the record, I did not teach anybody's kids how to ride a bike when I was in my early 20s. Went out with this woman a couple times. She had a couple kids.
That's the story I heard.
What story? That I taught the kid how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
I did not teach that kid how to ride a bike.
Oh, that's the problem, Ace, that you didn't do that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, she wanted to be in a relationship. She was kind of clingy, and I didn't want to be in a relationship. And it was, whatever. I wasn't around those kids all that much.
Okay.
I did go over there and eat one time with those kids, and I should have been over there doing that. She shouldn't have had me over there around those kids. I didn't know. I was like 21, 22 years old.
It's all her fault.
Well, that is her fault.
Even worse than that, what she shouldn't have been doing was coming to me for counseling because you weren't giving her enough attention.
That's true. She should have left you alone.
I mean,
Oh, God.
an hour standing. I don't understand, but you don't understand. He's like, okay, whatever. Meanwhile, he's hiding in the other room in the office.
That's wild.
I'm like, I bet if he could hear this, maybe he would send you a sign.
Yeah.
He wasn't hiding in the office.
I was not.
Did you have long hair then?
Yeah.
Those kids were probably like, Mom, you got a girlfriend. Daddy's gone. Mommy got a girlfriend.
Mama's dating Rapunzel.
Hey, Daddy, Mama can date a girl with long red hair and earrings.
She's cute.
Big. Like tall.
big woman.
Big girl.
She's a big girl, but
like 6'4", Daddy.
she probably plays basketball.
But I think that was her first adventure out into the dating world, though, since she lost all the weight.
Yeah.
And so she was kind of rusty, I guess, on how to do it. 'Cause she lost a lot of weight, so much weight, she became a consultant on Nutrisystem.
Yeah.
She sold Nutrisystem stuff.
Yeah, she's like a regional manager for Nutrisystem or something.
Dang, Ace, you could have been like a sugar baby. For
Yeah, well, she's probably making pretty good money today, and I blew that.
She probably retired now.
Yeah.
Big again.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi, and let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
It's National Administrative Professionals Day.
So it used to be called Secretary's Day.
Yeah, and then Executive Assistant Day, and now it's just National Administrative. I'm an administrative professional.
Yeah. So, but again, as we've talked about many times, the name has changed through the years to encompass and allow more people in the office to be included, because it used to just be for, like I said, originally it was Secretary's Day.
Yeah.
Then it became Executive Assistant's Day. And now, so I guess now does it include people who are working accounting and pretty much everybody in the office?
The real history of it is that it started out as Secretary's Day, but it had to change because you can't come into a situation and pay tribute to a couple of women and not the others. And that's how it all became. Well, I do this. So what the people would start doing, men and women bosses would give other women who worked in different departments gifts and cards and stuff. And then the other women in sales or something like that would go, well, what about us? They're not secretaries. They're not administrative assistants. Why do they get? So then it just turned into, any woman can qualify for a trinket.
That's the official name.
Yeah.
I got you a trinket too.
Got you a trinket.
Did anybody see that story about Patrick Mahomes not wanting to do Saturday Night Live because he's scared of teleprompters?
Yeah, and he doesn't like public speaking. On a situation where he's on stage, and he said the ESPYs scared him to death. And
He said he had a bad experience at the ESPYs, and so he doesn't want to do SNL.
Yeah, there's an article in Us Weekly that kind of goes in, but it doesn't really share any, like, what's the origin story? I mean, being scared of public speaking, I totally understand, but it specifically said he's got a fear of teleprompters. I'm like, what is it about the teleprompter?
Well, because a lot of people aren't good at reading aloud.
Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. It's the reading.
And and you're trying to act and read at the same time because they don't have time to learn all those lines most of the time during the week. So you'll see them looking off at the teleprompters on the side.
That's so crazy. So it just shows you even people with impressive talent still have their shortcomings.
He's a coward.
And those are just a few things that are now trending.
May 24th is Ace's birthday, and if I had the money, I know exactly what I would get him this year. And he's probably going to go bonkers, as the kids say, just hearing about it. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, so Brother Ace's birthday is about a month away. It's May 24th, the day that my soy milk expires. I sent him that the other day. I looked at it and it said May 24th is when it expires, and then I circled it and sent it to him and go, oh.
Yeah. I was like, why is TJ texting me at 4:35 in the morning? This cannot be good. I looked at it and it says, oh, he's got the date circled.
So if I had $10,000, I would get this for him easily. Be the hands down the thing I would get him. It is a new product from a company called Throwflame. It's called the Therminator. It costs $9,400. Operates on Wi-Fi or Bluetooth with a remote control, and it is a remote control robot dog with a flamethrower attached to it. It's the dog, and then on the dog's back is a flamethrower, and it is exactly the kind of thing that Ace would love to have, just to mess around with.
Yes.
You've always wanted a flamethrower.
I would love I just like.
But you could go rent one, I think, couldn't you?
Can you rent flamethrowers?
Yeah, I think you can. This thing they say is legal in all 50 states. They say that other than putting it out there for porch pirates, which is what I would do with it.
Right.
No more doorbell cams. This would be my camera. When somebody walked up onto the porch, the dog would stand up, the robot dog, and put a camera on them, and then I would say, "What you doing?" And then if they said, "I'm here to steal your packages," then they get incinerated. But they say that it'll be good for ice and snow removal, control burns, clearing weeds.
Sure. Lots of uses.
Pyrotechnics or entertainment, which is what Ace would use it for, the entertainment of it.
Yep.
And pest removal. So if there is a snake coming around your house and you just send the flamethrower dog out there and just tear it up, or a mouse, just whatever. You can be sitting at your desk and looking at your phone just like you do your Ring doorbell camera, and boom,
I gotta look.
Something's on fire.
I bet this is awesome.
Something's on fire. So let's pool our money and try to get that for Ace for his birthday.
$9,400.
All right, so we always talk about how people copy us nonstop, and the Girl Scouts are the latest ones to do that. We'll tell you about it coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue, and never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, I said that the Girl Scouts was stealing our ideas. But it's just one specific Girl Scout in Pennsylvania. Her name's Chloe Britt, and she's organized a prom dress giveaway. She collected over 150 prom dresses plus shoes. She's in the 5th grade. She's about 10. Stealing content, not giving us credit. And she said, I decided to do it after I found out a girl couldn't afford a dress. Like it was just her idea. Oh, you know what we ought to do? So what I did was, some of you young people won't know this, but I Googled Ace and TJ prom dresses. And the first article that came up was from February 25th, 2010. Headline, free prom dresses from Ace and TJ.
Boom!
So, it says, so this warms my heart. From Kiss 95.1's Ace and TJ Morning Show, they're hosting the 11th annual Gown Town. So in 2010, we were doing our 11th free prom dress giveaway when this little Girl Scout, Miss Chloe, wasn't even born. So I'm guessing maybe her mama heard about it and said, Mom's got a great idea that no one else has ever done, that no one else has ever created 20 years ago. I wouldn't even care. I would think it was a great story if they had given us credit for it. Mm-hmm. We thought there was a morning show in Charlotte, North Carolina, way back that created this event called Gown Town, where they collected old bridesmaids' dresses and prom dresses from people who weren't going to wear them anymore, and they gave them to girls that couldn't afford a prom dress to get to go to their prom.
We opened a store, had them all sized and everything. It was a huge deal. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of girls came every year.
I was doing this in the 90s.
Yeah. In the last decade. In the last century.
Sheesh.
Man, they're just shameless. We need to cease and desist, I think. We'll cease and desist this good deed.
Shut that little 14-year-old Girl Scout down.
She's 10.
10. Oh, 10. Okay.
10. She should still know better, and her mama should know better.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time, about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your Social Security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move it. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. We have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in 1 day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Don't forget to stream Ace and Friends today at 3 Eastern, 2 Central. I don't know what time that'll be overseas, but you'll figure it out. So stream that on the Ace and TJ family app. 3 o'clock. His sister's going to be on there today. Talking paranormal stuff and ghost hunting and Satanism and
it's wild
and clown fetish and whatever else
Satanism,
is going on.
The rest of that stuff is in there. Yeah.
Clown fetish is in there.
I think she's freaking out Riggins and Rob every week.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of it. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not either, Rob. But
it's an audio Ouija board basically.
Fascinating.
Is what's going on.
It's kind of what is wild.
There is an ostrich named Karen. Karen is a 5-year-old ostrich at the Topeka Zoo in Kansas. And Karen died after swallowing a set of keys that she snatched from a staff member.
Yikes.
Oh.
That's what she gets. I hate a thief.
Right.
Well,
I hate a damn thief. She knows better than to take somebody's key. How's that staff member going to get home? Doesn't have any car keys, all that. I'm just wondering if they removed the keys and she died later.
But swallowing the keys killed. That's terrible.
That's what they said. A feathered pickpocket is what she is.
they are real aggressive when they eat.
They're mean. Ostriches are mean.
I mean, real.
Yeah.
They don't growl, but
The noise they make that.
if you're ever to feed an ostrich, they're real aggressive.
You fed them out at the Lazy Five Ranch when you drive through and feed the animals.
When they roll up, you just roll up the windows. That is not the animal that is fun to feed.
Yeah.
The rest of them are chill, and they're just like, happy that they're there. But those ostriches or emus, whatever those are.
That's when my dad, was trying to get rich off of the emus back in the 80s, early 90s, because the ostriches were too mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And guess what? He didn't get rich off the emus.
Is that even a business plan? Is that something?
Yeah, it was back then.
It was hot for a minute.
People were talking about it was a replacement for beef, ostrich and emu.
Dang.
Replacement for beef, and then you could use their fat for cosmetics, and you could use them for everything.
But no one did.
Yeah, that was the problem. It had all this potential, but you got to have people willing to use the products. But an ostrich burger is pretty good. You can find those every now and then, so they're pretty good.
Kind of like chicken?
No, it's more like beef.
It really is
Yeah.
like beef.
So there you go. Eat ostrich.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.